One bass line to rule them all. I guess that is today's video. Let's go do it, and let's do it right now. Hey, what's up? I'm Minitaur Kitchen, and thank you for checking out yet another video. Now, if this is your first time here, do not hesitate to click subscribe and hit that notification bell, because whenever I upload a new video, you'll be kept in the loop and you will not miss out on anything. Hang out till the end of this video. I'll tell you all about Discord, I'll tell you all about Patreon, and I'll tell you all about the Kitchen Club, which is happening. So stay tuned. To switch things up today, I thought, you know what, that Reese bass line, there's so many people that are going to go into it. There's drum and bass approaches, there's just like jungle approaches, there's the techno approach, but I hear everybody talking about the Reese bass, but not a lot of people are talking about where it came from. That has got something to do with Kevin Saunderson, maybe. Kevin Reese Saunderson, who I believe came up with the whole thing first. Now, the thing with the Reese bass line is that it's very dominant kind of sound. It works in almost any type or style of music. So it's one of those things that I do think you need to get under your belt. It's one of those things that if you want to make electronic music, albeit flawless or not, I think this is one of those things that you just need to know. You know what I mean? If you're playing soccer or football, or whatever you want to call it, there's certain tricks that you need to do in order for you to just like shine on the pitch. Now, the Reese bass line is nothing other than that. However, today, since I've got my gas almost sorted out,
you're a liar!
What if I can do the Reese bass line on different synthesizers? Now, I've got the OB6, I've got the subsequent 37, I've got a Typhon, and I've got a Minitaur. And believe me, it's because my desk is not big enough. Otherwise, probably there would have been more Reese bass lines. So if that's something you're into, let me know in the comment section below, and I will definitely look into that. But for now, I think the 4 different culprits in my little electronic orchestra are going to do it for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because I was quite surprised that synthesizers that I did not know were going to hold their own in that department did hold their own in that department. Now, if you like what you hear, you can also find the tracks on Bandcamp. This is a track that I'm probably yapping over right now, which is called Desire Lanes. You can just get it for just next to nothing on my Bandcamp page. So that is that. I can tell you a lot of stuff, but I think it's time for you and me to just join up and take that little time machine to the live set, where I will just get into things. There was this record back in the days by the Pet Shop Boys, and this record was called Go West. And then they've asked Kevin Saunderson to do a remix for it. Now, obviously, talking about Reese basses, everybody's got their own different way of working them, their own different opinion on them. For me, the Reese basses that Kevin Saunderson sound that he just came up with, like back in the days like this, is one of the, in my opinion, coolest like techno records that I can imagine from back in the day. And I thought, let's go do a Reese bassline video, but then let's compare a few of those sounds together. Let's see what we have. This is the beat. Okay, so Typhon goes first. If you know this record, you're gonna enjoy it. Come on, 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 come on. All right. Now what I've done, because the Typhon is a funny machine where it's got like this one knob for the 2 oscillators. So what you would want is this thing to have 2 oscillators go up and down a little bit. So I've detuned the second oscillator, as you can hear. I'm liking the thickness of this sound. Nice. Now I've turned off all the effects. Let's turn it back on. Maybe that might be a cool idea. So I'll go to effect 3. What I like about the Typhon, it's got more of a grip to it. It's a bit thicky. Let's go and see what else we got. Next up, I think it's going to be the Minitaur. It's a bit cleaner, as you can hear. I'm liking it though. Let's take out those top loops. See what we have. I will detune the other oscillator as well. And the power is in the depth of the filter with these types of sustained type bass lines. Now, would I use the Minitaur for a bass like this? Probably not. Maybe if I change the oscillators, I'll change them both now to square wave. There you go. Alright. What I will do though is lower this one by 12 notes, an octave. Might be a little too low. I love the fact that it's very deep as well, so I'm liking it. Yeah, put some loops back in. Yeah, cool. Now what I've done on this one, there's a bit of envelope generation going on. So from the minute it hits the notes, there's a little bit of an attack that happens already. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm loving the vibe on this. Tell me in the comment section, once you've checked them out, which one is your absolute favorite, right? So, moving on to the next one, let's go to the subsequent 37. Now, this is this one that I've made. Listen to this. The trick is in the detuning of that second oscillator. And what I like about the subsequent, obviously, this beat, the beating is very dependent on how high the notes are playing or how high a frequency is in comparison to the other frequency that it's beating against. Now obviously that's something that is just a physical thing, but check out when I'm using the beat frequency here. I'm loving this on this machine, that it's just like you can determine how the pulsing is going to happen. My favorite might be this one. The reverb, by the way, is coming from the blue sky that I've got sitting right here. That's going to an auxiliary synth. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm even getting a crazy idea to stack all those sounds together later on. But let's see how we get on. So obviously, again, this is a different vibe. This sound is. I like it. So that's thick. Now, the fourth sound that I've created is on the OB6. Check this out. Now, this surprised me actually, because for me, going for depth and thickness, I probably always like to just like go and go deeper into a Moog maybe. The Typhon surprised me, although I think it's a bit thinny on but listen to the filter on this one. Yeah, it's a synthesizer, of course. Put a little bit of resonance on the filter. Now you gotta like it, man. Come on, kick out. Now, what I love for my sounds to have, if it comes to bass sound design, I'd love to have my sound travel. It needs to be on the move. It's cool to make static sounds. Certain synthesizers will force me to do a static, more sort of like set it, forget it kind of vibe. But when you got a synthesizer like this, I've got a little bit of LFO sync that I introduced so that I can play around with this sound. This sound is giving you a little bit of a eerie kind of feeling, and it will sit neatly within the space where it needs to be. When you make a bass line like this, what you would want is your drums to just like kick. But listen to that original Go West. It's even like faster, and there's like clap on the one last, clap, clap, clap. I wanted to go for a much more of a sort of like laid back vibe maybe, for sake of this tutorial. So the sound is the only thing that is moving a bit, because the beats are going to be pretty sparse when it comes to this kind of music, right? So what I would like to do is have the sound. This one consists of 3 oscillators actually. Turning everything off. Nice one. See if we can change up the sound a little bit more. Nice. Okay. Nice. Lower it. Detune it, obviously. On this one, I'm going to just like wobble it a little bit with the LFO sync here, with the frequency. There are different shapes. I'm just going for the sine because that's the smoothest one. This is more like a light switch. Reverse saw. That's that melodic techno kind of LFO you hear a lot of people do. And then there's random. So now it introduces some sort of a sample and hold kind of vibe. But I just would like to go for a classic sort of like vibe. Okay, now I'm liking this sound. I'm going to save it. Boom. There you go. It's saved. But going back to my sub, do you hear how it resembles the same thing, but this is a kind of more smooth and more creamy kind of vibe, which I absolutely love. I adore it. At the same time, this can get also a little bit predictable, so you have to play around with the difference. This is what I meant. The OB6 introduces a lot of variety in terms of where the sound is. And the subsequent is already moving by itself. It's already going. The filter knob position determines much of how the sound is going to interact and behave. How the frequency modulation does its thing as well. So I'm loving that fact. Let's go back to the Typhon, because now I'm curious to see what is what. What if we are going to play around with the oscillators a little bit more? Now, as you know, this is oscillator 2. That's just going to be a pulse. And then when I turn the knob, Here comes oscillator 2 in as a pulse, and oscillator 1 is now a square. Slowly. There you go. So now you don't hear oscillator 1. Both of them by itself. Both of them. One again. Now they're both pulses. Let's put a little bit of resin on there because we need to just like dirty up this sound a little bit, guys. With most synthesizers though, when you introduce the resonance, it's going to take away some of the low-end frequency content. So you need to just be careful with what you want to do. In terms of stacking sounds, which is what I didn't want to do, but did when I was playing around with the subsequent. You hear how the low end of the subsequent is just a little bit more. This is the OB6 subsequent. Back to the Typhon. Now let's do a filter sweep and listen to where the sound is going, and do that with all synths. Listen to this. Nice. I think the Minitaur is a bit on the clean side. I like it though, but it's like, you know, if I ever get into a bar brawl, I'm probably not going to call the Minitaur because I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the night. But anyway. Okay, moving on. Now I'm curious. Listen to that low end, man. Come on. This isn't a big pot synthesizer. I don't know what it is. Obviously, you can even exaggerate it and go for a little bit of multi-drive even. Yeah, I'll probably put some drive on there as well. And it becomes a little bit dirtier once you open it up. Loving the fact that they all got the different characters. Let's put him back and play my little friend over here. See what we have. Also clean. Let's introduce a little bit of noise. Nice. Nice. Change the waveform. The other oscillator. Detune it. but it still does its string to just stay like very, very clean. Now let's see if we can make a monster Reese bassline out of all of those. Let's see if we can do that, right? Now, I will start with probably the lowest one. I think it is this one. There's a little low in there. Mind you, I'm going to use resonance in order to EQ the sound a little bit. And the envelope generation makes this thing travel, so it will come up. Nice. That's how I'm going to use it. The filter just takes a little while to rise up. Let's add in the Typhon. I'm going to pan it so you will hear where's what. I think the Typhon's got a lot of lows. Let's level it up. Let's turn off the drums so you can hear what I'm doing. Next one, subsequent. I'm going to lower the resonance on the Minitaur a little bit. I'm going to put the filter up a little bit. Yeah, this will sit nicely with the subsequent, I think. Nice, there you go. 3 of them together now. And now for this one, the OB6. I'm going to change the filter here. Can you still make them out? All the sounds? Yep. It's all in the leveling. Funny enough, I didn't think that the Minitaur was the one that I didn't really, you know. Okay. Okay, now let me know what you think. This is just my way of getting around with multiple synthesizers. I've layered them, I've structured them, I've looked at their different characters. Yeah, I'm just having a blast, just trying to come up with some sound design. Obviously, if you want to enroll for more sound design tips and get more in depth on what actually is doing what, go and check out analogcourses.com. So that's something I wanted to throw out there. Yeah. So now the other guy's going to say a little bit more, I guess. I'm going to be playing with those little robots here. Here we go. I would like to welcome Isaac Orion as my new patron for this week. He's following me on patreon.com/analogkitchen. That's where actually the magic is happening. Patreon is a support platform where if you like what you see, you want to support me, you want to get closer, I've got 4 tiers lined up for you to just get in touch. Then the bridge with Discord is a small one, because on Discord is where we just get together. Most patrons are over there. Every Friday night we've got like this video chat happening. So there's a lot of stuff that we actually do, and it's really cool. So if you've got questions on how to travel, fly casing, on gear, on gas, on workflow, you want to just drop your demos, you want to make music, you want to get some advice, you want to get a little bit closer, that is your one-stop shop to get more information. And it's a really cool and vastly growing community, which is really what I like. So Isaac, thank you for joining up. Welcome. Be sure to head out to Discord. That's where the magic happens. And in that sense, the community is growing so vastly that I thought, you know what, I love to do events. I mean, I've been playing around for ages, you know, performing left and right, but now there is the Kitchen Club, my own sort of little small club that I do in Dordrecht, where I get to just like play my live sets, experiment, try out different things, try out different synths, but I'm doing that with you guys. So I've got patrons coming. Danny NL is coming to play. That was cool. I've got Tough Chunks coming, and he's afraid of the ghost in the machine. At the moment, I think at this premiere, he's even in the country already. So he's from Brussels coming all the way to Dordrecht to play. Last month, we had Holy Thursdays, we had Loctay playing, we had Jello Boland playing, and then it's cool. The concept is pretty simple, actually. It's either you play live, Dollars live that is, or you play with vinyl. It's a really cool, like, inclusive sort of thing. And we don't promote it out on Facebook and stuff. There's even a coach that goes from The Hague to Rotterdam and picks people up and just drives them here. So it's a really, really cool sort of like new/retro kind of vibe. So the Kitchen Club is amazing. Whenever you're in Holland and wherever we're on, do check it out. If not, try and find the Telegram group. I'll leave some hints here and there in this video as well. So yeah, see if you can find the QR code so you know what's going on. Anyway, now thank you for watching this video. If you've got a comment or you've got something you would like to tell me, let me know. If there's an idea, if you've got questions you want me to just like dive into, yeah, that is that. Next week it's going to be a new video. See if I can find some time to just dive into that 1010 black box that's entered the equation, as well as some Erica Synth filters that I'm probably going to embed on my new fly case, which I'm going to pick up this week as well. Hey. So, very interesting times. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, you are an absolute superstar, and I will see you on the other side on another video. Analog Kitchen out. Peace.